you better make sure you check your feelings with facts before you make a decision that you can't come back from. Don't forget I told you.
Don't you ever forget that being black is an honor because you come from greatness.
Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
Welcome to Chesley in Real Life Podcast, where we talk about real and unfiltered thought-provoking conversations that help and heal. So as you can see from the title, we're on Episode 4. Facts over feelings, y'all. So this is going to be a good one because I just wanted to create a thought-provoking conversation to kind of like make you be mindful of your emotions and how you feel, and like allow yourself to kind of like fact check yourself before you make a decision. Because I feel like the reason why I came up with this topic is because before I started filming, I haven't been feeling it. Like, I haven't been feeling my best. I really didn't feel like doing my makeup, but I did it. And I didn't feel like filming, but I'm filming. And I think that's important for, like, yeah, I'm not trying to make it seem like to invalidate your feelings, but you always want to, like, fact check when you feel something. Because for me, I didn't feel like doing it, but obviously I did it. But I had to remember, God didn't put this. I know for a fact that God didn't put this in my spirit for me to start this podcast, for me not to be consistent and make sure I show up to actually do the podcast to put out. But yeah, no, I appreciate y'all. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. But yeah, so we're going to get started. Basically, I don't know, like, I just literally just come up with my topics based on how I'm feeling, honestly. Because, like, it's called Chesley in Real Life. I'm Chesley, and I'm in real life. And honestly, I think this topic is important because a lot of people have made decisions in their life based on how they felt, and they couldn't come back from it. Because you got to understand, your feelings are valid, like, but you have to make sure you back up what you feel with factual information. So basically, I posted a video on TikTok where I was being vulnerable, and I basically was expressing myself on like how I hate that I feel like I'll never, like, I don't think a man look at me and like see me as their wife. Basically, okay, so I'm gonna insert the video so y'all can watch it, and then I'm gonna come back and talk. So yeah, watch the video now. All right, so moment of vulnerability. So we listen, we don't judge. So when I say this, please don't judge me, but I just wanted to share this because I feel like a lot of other women might feel the same way. So I'm 32 years old. I'm single. I've never been married. And for some reason, I don't know why I think like this, but I feel like I don't think no man like looks at me and be like, oh, that's my wife. And I know that might be, because I know y'all probably like, damn, you ain't got no confidence in yourself. Like, I do. But I think that, like, I'm a different type of woman. And I hate to, like, try to make it seem like I'm just, well, I feel like I'm a unicorn. And I feel like the way I carry myself and who I am as a woman is very, like, a very intimidating energy. And don't get me wrong, I'm a very nice person. But I think I'm like one of them women, like, I'm like 10 toes down on myself. And I think that when a man come around me, that energy can be very intense. And I don't think a lot of men know what to do with that. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I hate that. Oh, I hate that I feel like that. But it's true. Like, I don't think no man look at me and be like, oh, that's my wife. Because I think most men, well, majority men will look at a woman like me and be like, oh, she good. She got it. She don't need no help. And I hate that people be feeling like that, because it's like everybody need help. Everybody needs somebody. Like, it's just, even, you know what it made me think about? The basketball player Asia Wilson. Like, she's so confident, she's so powerful, like, she's so talented, like the best basketball player in the WNBA. And the fact that she was able to find love with a man that is in the same profession she does, and he's just as talented, just as successful as her. And it's like, I feel like successful women, we deserve love too. Like, why people be acting like, oh yeah, nah, she don't need nobody. Like, I hate that people be thinking that, because like, when you a woman that's like really like engulfed in yourself, like you really show up in a major way, it just kind of like make people feel like they don't really need, you don't need them in your life. And it's just like, damn, like, that's why I think, well, that's why I know I feel like no man look at me and like, oh, that's my wife, because I'm pretty sure most men look at me and be thinking like, oh, well, she don't need nobody, or she don't need no help, or she probably already got somebody. But it's not true. Alright, so basically, as you can see from the video, I was expressing like how I felt that a man, would never see me as his wife, but that's just a feeling. Like this, I'm using this example to counter what I'm feeling, to give you an example of facts over feelings. So I was feeling like a man would never see me as his wife, but I don't know that for a fact. So it's like, why you kind of like got to remember that words have power. So you can't just make blanket statements or have feelings about something that you don't know to be true. So me saying that, I don't know what a man feeling like. I don't know if a man seen me somewhere and was like, damn, that's my wife. Like, I don't know that. So it was kind of like, really like not, it didn't really make sense for me to make that video. But that's how I was feeling at the time when I made the video. But I just kind of wanted to give y'all an example of how you could just be emotional and be in your feelings and just feel a way that's not even really valid. And me saying this is not to invalidate your feelings, because you might be, for example, somebody might be in a relationship, right? And then, you could be heartbroken and you like devastated because the person don't want to be with you no more, or whatever the case may be. But you got to understand that the facts is that you still have purpose in your life. Regardless of if a person want to be with you or not, your life is still valid. So yes, you can have feelings and be hurt about it, but the fact is that your life is important and you have goals, you have aspirations, so you can't stop living because somebody don't want to be with you no more. So that's what I mean by facts over feelings. Yes, you can have feelings, but you need to make sure you fact check your feelings before you make a decision. Because a lot of people could be going through something like that, a heartbreak, and they can make a bad decision where they like go to the person's house and tear up a bunch of stuff. Like, honestly, when you really sit back and think about that, is that going to help you or harm you? So if you do something that you don't have no business doing and you end up, either your life get ended or you end up in jail, that's not going to help you. So you always want to consider the facts before you make a decision. And I think that's very important, because I feel like we live in a world where a lot of people are going through stuff because they acted on emotion instead of kind of like grounding themselves. Because this is important. If you ever go through therapy, they'll teach you, it's a term called Q-tip, quit taking it personal. So basically, like, regardless of what is going on around you or what like happens to you, that it might be bad or it might make you feel bad, you got to understand that you can't take it personal, because you being emotional about something that you're going through might end up being your demise. So you got to remember to ground yourself and kind of like take a deep breath and think before you make an action. So that's why you got to fact check your feelings before you make a decision. And honestly, like, this is a great topic for people that are like very overly emotional. Like, you have to, that's why it's important to like take time to get to know yourself and understand like what you are willing to accept and what you can accept. Like, because it's important, because if you don't know what like basically will allow your emotions to take you over the top, or you end up doing something like bad and you like, oh, like after you do it, you realize like, damn, why did I do that? Like this is really important, because I feel like the whole purpose of this conversation is to make sure people remain mindful of how you feeling. Like, be in control of your emotions. Like, sometimes you can't control the things that's going on around you, but you can control how you react to it. So make sure when you feel something, and matter of fact, actually do this. When you feel something, write down on a piece of paper a list of things that is true about this situation, or a list of things that are not true. So you can have the pros of your feelings and the cons. So I think this will be a good tool for people to use, for you to kind of like be in control of your emotions and not let your emotions control you. Because you don't want to do something that you can't come back from. Because it makes me think about this situation I seen on TikTok where it was a young lady. She was dating a guy, and I guess the guy was dealing with another girl, and she ended up finding out. And then I think she like reached out to the girl, but the girl wasn't responding. So then I think she ended up finding out like where the girl stayed, and she showed up at her house, y'all. Like this whole situation is crazy as hell. So she showed up to the girl house. Then they ended up getting into it. They got into a physical altercation, and the girl ended up unaliving the girl that she showed up to her house. And then now this girl is serving a life sentence. Like, you got to understand, that girl allowed her feelings to get the best of her, and it allowed her feelings to make a decision that she can't come back from. And I think a lot of like, well, not even just young people, just people in general. Like, this is a great topic for anybody that struggle with like understanding your feelings and knowing that, yeah, you can feel something, but you don't have to always act on it. And like I use the example for me with the video of me expressing about how I felt about, you know, someone not wanting, like not seeing me as their wife. Like, I don't know that to be true. Like, and I think that's very important for you to always bring like whatever you feel, like kind of revisit it, like come back to it and be like, wait a minute, why did I say that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that me expressing my feelings was a detriment. Like, it wasn't like I made a bad decision. I was just expressing myself. But sometimes you have to challenge your thoughts, challenge your feelings, like challenge like the way you think sometimes, because that's the only way you can really grow as a person, is to challenge yourself so you could be able to grow and make good decisions and always have like a grounded, sound spirit about yourself. Because you don't never want to be erratic and do stuff that can really put your life in worse than whatever it currently is. Like, I don't need that for y'all. So I really feel like if you ever going through life and you not really sure about like where you're going in life, like you're not really sure, allow yourself to sit in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever journal, get you a journal and just write down like how you feel. Because I think that will help. Because I know a lot of people might not have a supportive family. You might not have like a group of friends or someone you could talk to. Get you a journal. Because I think that will be very helpful for you to be able to get your thoughts out. And if you ever feeling sad, you feeling angry, you feeling like, you know, you're not really sure how you feel, write it down. So you can, after you write it down, then you challenge the thoughts. And then, like I said, write down the pros and cons of how you feel so you can weigh out your options. Like, is this a valid thought? Is this something that I actually have control over, or is this something that's out of my control? Because I think the best thing any human being can do is being in control of your feelings. Like, even with me, like, I know I literally been struggling to show up to work out. Like, it's such a battle for me recently. And I'm trying my best to work through that, because I know that I don't feel like working out, but I know that I want to look a certain way. So I know the fact is I have to work out. If I want to look good, you got to show up. You got to put in the work. So that's why this whole purpose of this conversation is for you to counter your feelings. Challenge yourself. Like, if you feel something, make sure you have facts to back it up. Because that's just like, we go through life, and I think a lot of people, we have self-doubt, and we kind of deal with like sometimes uncertainty of ourselves. And like when we're dealing with other people, you kind of like have this, like you make up something about how the person feel about you. You probably haven't even talked to the person to see what's true, like how they feel about you, and you done made up a whole scenario in your mind about the person. And it's like, no, you have to actually talk to people to see how people feel. Like, don't draw your own conclusions. So that makes sure you fact check your feelings. So yeah, I really hope that, you know, that this was a very productive, thought-provoking conversation, and you were able to get something out of it. Because my whole purpose of this podcast is just to help and heal, and to just share my experiences and be able to like be an inspiration by any means. Because even though I didn't feel like filming, I didn't feel like doing my makeup. I'm so glad I did, because I feel like I was able to get my thoughts out. Because I've actually been thinking about this topic for a little bit, because I was just like, randomly, facts over feelings. Like, it goes together so good, because it make you really think for real, like, honestly. And I think hopefully, you know, you are able to come back to my next episode, because this is episode 4. So good thing I didn't allow my feelings to decide what I was gonna do, and I showed up to film my podcast, episode 4, Facts Over Feelings. So yeah, if you want to stay tuned with me, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you for watching Chesley in Real Life Podcast. Bye, y'all.
The black woman is everything, the black woman is gold. The black woman's the reason why my heart is never cold. You see, the black woman is precious, the black woman is bold. Black women, they never fold, they no more precious than gold. Look, the black woman is everything, the black woman is gold.